The problem is the mindset. When American companies, for instance, go into a country like India, they bring the American mindset. When you try to attack India using American logic, what I call the dominant logic, if you use the American dominant logic, you are completely lost. In fact, the more successful a developed world multinational is, more they struggle because their dominant logic, because of the success, gets entrenched. Let me give you 2 examples quickly. Kellogg. Kellogg is a great company. It's got great brands. Probably today for breakfast, you may have had a Kellogg brand, whether it is cornflakes or Rice Krispies or Cheerios or one of those. Kellogg has been operating in India for well over 35 years. But today, their sales revenue is $5 million in India. If your sales revenue is $5 million in India, that means you are practically an irrelevant player in India, which is perhaps the largest and the fastest growing breakfast market in the world. The question is why? ESPN is now part of Disney. ESPN is a non-factor in India, which is perhaps the largest and the fastest growing media and entertainment market in the world. The question is why? And the answer for Kellogg and ESPN and for every other successful multinational I've studied is the same. And the answer is they approach these emerging markets using the logic from the rich countries. Now, what's the problem with Kellogg? You see, if you ask the CEO of Kellogg, he will tell you he has already done the innovation for India. Because if you go to India, take for instance cornflakes. In India, they have the plain cornflakes, then they have the banana cornflakes, then they have the mango cornflakes. So they think they have already done the innovation for India. Now, what's the problem? If you have ever gone to India, or you have friends who are Indians, we have some very peculiar habits. For instance, in breakfast, we like to eat hot breakfast. So you pour hot milk on your cereal. I don't care whether it is plain cornflakes or banana cornflakes or mango cornflakes. It becomes a mush. Who wants to eat that? So the only Indians who are buying your cornflakes are Indians who behave like Americans, who pour cold milk on their cornflakes. So the CEO of Kellogg, sitting in Chicago or wherever, he's saying $5 million sales revenue in India is okay. Once Indians become more civilized, they will come to my cornflakes. In a multipolar world, who decides who is civilized and who is not civilized? What's the problem with ESPN? Last month, when I was in India, I was staying in this hotel, and the lady who came to clean my room, she always came after 6 p.m. And she has 3 boys, a wonderful husband, a wonderful family. So I kind of asked her, why are you always coming after 6 p.m.? Don't you want to spend time with your family? And she told me, sir, you're absolutely right. But if I come after 6 p.m., I make twice the salary. She may be poor. That does not mean she is an idiot. Poor people have the same intelligence as the rich. She understands she can make twice the income if she came after 6 p.m. She understands economics 101, just like the way you and I understand. So once I started talking with her, she told me she has 6 paid movie channels. This will be like your HBO, Showtime, etc. Paid cable channels are extremely expensive in India. Just to give you a point of comparison, one of the CEOs that I know in India, he only has 1 paid movie channel. That means this lady, she is a copious user of media and entertainment. If you're ESPN sitting in Atlanta and using the American logic in segmenting the market, in the US, you're not going to segment, you're not going to target people who clean the rooms in a hotel as your primary customer. So you would have completely missed her in India. Now, what is going on? So I kind of asked her, I don't want to insult you, but I would not have expected you to be a copious user of media and entertainment. Can you tell me why? And she told me, sir, you're absolutely right. But if I don't have the 6 paid movie channels, my 3 boys go out every day. When they go out every day, they spend a lot of money. So by having the 6 paid movie channels, I keep them at home. So she has done her discounted cash flow analysis and figured out this is net positive. Then she told me, if I don't have the 6 paid movie channels, my mother-in-law will go out every day to watch a movie next door. If my mother-in-law goes out every day, who's going to stick around to cook for the 3 boys? I have to stay behind to cook for my 3 boys. Then I can't come to the hotel and make twice the income. She may be poor. That does not mean she can't be a consumer. She is actually a copious consumer. She may be poor. Therefore, she is definitely illiterate. That doesn't mean she is not intelligent. Poor people are astute observers of value. It is for us to understand what is the value they are seeking, and then come up with an innovation that will unlock that value. Perhaps let me just close with this observation. We have to fundamentally change our definition of innovation. When we think of innovation in the West, we think of spending more money. We want to innovate by spending more money. I say we have to innovate by spending less money. In the West, our definition of innovation is value for money. I think we should change it from value for money to value for many. And value for many implies doing more with less. Doing a lot more with a lot less for a lot of people. If you take 100 poor people at random and 100 rich people at random, there is absolutely no difference between these 2 groups. Poor people have the same needs as the rich. Poor people have the same desires as the rich. Poor people have the same ambition as the rich. Why can't they have access to opportunity just like the rich? That is the essence of reverse innovation. Thank you very much.